Hey yo, what's going on? Have some people coming back through text today that I texted out yesterday on the automation, and I had one gentleman. Well, I'll just text. I'll go through them all right now. I can clear them out. What's going on, everybody? Derek here. If you this is the first time tapping in, welcome. Covering everything wholesaling real estate on the channel, virtually specifically, so that's what I'm doing here. And if you take anything away from today, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe for future content. But anyways, going through, I'm gonna clear out all the responses that I got from today. The first one is not interested. I'm gonna tag I'm not interested and find them in my dialer. Delete them from dialer. And there's one gentleman specifically that I'm gonna focus on in a minute. And I was out driving around, and he texted me back and was like, "Yeah, I'm free to talk in 5 minutes." So I gave him a call, and I'll let you know how that went. Hey, please leave me alone. I'll mark this one not interested, but I'm not going to go find this person in my dialer because I'm not sure if that's the right person. Or over here, what's going on? Thanks for hopping in here. Steven, not Steven, and we are not interested. Number. The house is not for sale, says Glenda. Not interested. I'll go find Glenda. Not interested. Alfredo says there is nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about it. That sounds like Alfredo. So I'm going to find Alfredo. Jimmy was the gentleman I spoke with. I'm going to skip over him 1 second. Carlos, not interested. Thank you. Have a nice day. Marvin said 800,000 firm. Pull them up in Zillow real quick. Don't think that that's going to be reasonable, but just for the sake of checking it out. His estimate is 200,000. Going to tag him. High. Asking price. Not interested. Harold says no. Harold passed away in 2013. House sold. Already sold. Harold. All right, so this is the one. Jimmy said I'm free in 5 minutes, so I gave him a call, and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Why don't you?" He kind of took control of the phone call, which was cool. It was whatever, but he was like, "Why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself, the company that you work for, and what the process looks like?" I was like, "Well, me and my partner, we have some cash on hand. We're looking to buy one more property before the end of the year here. Again, we can't pay with cash. We can kind of close quickly if that's what you're looking for, and we can Also buy the property as is. So if it needs any repairs, we wouldn't ask that you make those. We can just kind of take it as it sits. And then he was like, okay, I don't really care about a quick close, but the one that you're texting me and calling me on is one of like six rental properties that I have in that area. And I figured if I'm going to sell one, I'm going to sell all of them. So, all right, would you be interested in buying all of them? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I kind of like responded because I just said that we were looking for one property. And I said that me and my partner, we would likely buy one property with the cash that we have on hand, but it's not uh, a big deal. We'll be able to raise the capital to close on the other properties. So he said okay. um, it was kind of like both of us were driving, and I said, is now a good time? I would love to learn. I would just need to learn a little bit about the condition of the place, of the places, to get a general idea of where I would be in terms of price. And he was like, I really don't know. Like, there's six rental properties. Why don't you go ahead, look me up however you found me. I took title to all these properties the same under the same name, so just search my name and you'll be able to find all my properties. Pull them up on Google Street View. This is what he was saying, and take a look at them. And if you're interested, give me a call. And I said, okay. Before I let you go, is there any like notable renovations that have been done recently to any of these, or are they kind of all just middle of the road? And he's like, yeah, none of them are like brand new. They're all like rent ready condition. They're all rented out. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take a look at these properties. I pulled him up in PropStream, and I can see that he owns 8 pieces of property. One of them is his primary residence, which is I'm imagining he's not selling, and another one is like a commercial lot. It looks like. Um, some type of commercial lane. So that's I'm imagining what he's not selling as well. So he has um six rentals that I'm looking at here. So I'm gonna start by taking a look at this one that I called him on. All right, and I'm gonna comp this one. VOT FYI. I don't know what that means. What's that mean? What's that mean, Olivia? What's going on, Olivia? What's that mean? Or is this some spam stuff? But I'm gonna start comping this one again. If you're just hopping in right now, had a conversation with the gentleman. Oh, see, this is a had a conversation with a gentleman who was like, yeah, he replied to me via text saying that he was interested in selling his property, but that he has five other rental properties and he's looking to offload all six. If he's going to sell one, he wants to sell them all. So he said, are you interested? And I said, hell yeah, I'm interested. And he said, all right, take a look at them. He couldn't really like it wasn't a good time for either one of us to dive deep into the condition of each and every single one of them. And it didn't really sound like he was intimately familiar with each and every single one of them as well. He was kind of like referring me like, go find the properties. You'll be able to find them, which I easily did on PropStream. I could see all six that he's talking about. And take a look. He said, take a look on Google Street View, all that. There's nothing really notable. Nothing stands out about, any recent renovations that have been done. So everything's kind of just rent ready condition. So he said, take a look and let me know if you're interested. So I'm going to comp through them right quick, take them, each property on its own and try to come up with some type of an offer for him, see what that would look like. And I want to try to pull a price out of him as well. My goal here is to comp these and give him a quick call back and try to have a little bit more of a productive conversation than I just had with him. The conversation that I just had was pretty surface level. Um, so I'd love to get a feel for, are all of them rented? If so, I would like to get a copy of, again, this is if we come to an agreement. But something that I just want to say out loud now, so I don't forget. I'd like to get a copy of the lease of every single one of them. I'd like to know whether or not all of them are on long-term leases, or if they're all month-to-month or short-term leases, stuff like that, because that stuff is important. Um, I'm working off of very limited information right now. I'm trying to just kind of think out loud as to what else I need to know from him, um, in regards to like coming up with an offer price. I'm pretty much just going to assume that every single one of them needs average repair. And if he's not really willing, like it doesn't sound like he is, if he's not really willing to disclose whether or not there's like serious renovation needed to any of these properties, and then that's just going to have to be something that gets addressed during our inspection period, or during our due diligence. All right, my prop stream is loading. Pull that back up. Dang. One time I need prop stream to just load. What's going on? I feel like prop stream does this. It'll go down every once in a while. Pretty frustrating. I wish I would have written down all the addresses. All I have is the one. Let me try to comp this one in Redfin while prop stream does its thing. All right, the Redfin estimate on this one is 181. So it was. All right. All right, here we go. To the right of the Highway 6, yep. Above Elbridge Park. All right, here we go. All right. Took me a while to get my bearings, figure out what I was looking at. So show me houses that have sold within the last year. This place is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, just shy of 1,500 square feet. So I'm going to say minimum 1,250, maximum 1,750, with a lot size of 6,340. So give me a minimum of 4,500, maximum of 8,000, and a year built of 76. So show me minimum 70 for now, maximum 80. I'm gonna keep it pretty tight. There's a lot of activity right here. A lot of activity. Jesus. Um, so I'm gonna say bring it back to 6 months. 17 homes in this area. So now I can just start trying to find the ones that match the best. So let's see what I'm need to be comparing it to. So ours is a 2-car attached garage. So that's what I need to be looking for. Here's one 2-car attached garage sold 2 weeks ago for 235. I wish I could verify this in PropStream if it was willing to load up, but it's not for some reason. Let's try it once more. Yeah, it doesn't want to load. Let's just assume that all of these list prices are what they sold for now before I can verify that. So uh, let's say comps. So this is a 2-bedroom, or sorry, 3-bed, 2-bath, compared to our 3-2 as well. 1488 is our square feet. They have an extra 100 square feet, so ours could probably sell for 225. Let me just make sure that this is like a flip. It's really not. It's just like a whole tailed. You can tell it's no. The kitchen is like old cabinetry. I mean, this is barely. This is pretty rent ready, if you ask me. Now one for 235, an extra 100 square feet. Um, it is 1 year newer. I don't see the lot size anywhere here. But it's lot size 6,300 square feet compared to our 6,340. So I think ours could probably sell for 225. That's kind of what I was imagining in this area. Um, let me take a look at some other comps. That one's just so recent. It's pretty good. This one sold 155 like as is. It's gutted to the studs pretty much, just with just a little bit of sheetrock. Here's another one sold 2 weeks ago, 235. This one has an extra bedroom, call ours 225, and it has an extra about 100 square feet, call ours 215. 2-car garage. Let's see what the condition looked like. This one was pretty nice condition. Same size lot, same year built. It was vacant, ready to move in. Yeah, this one's pretty nice, but not really a lot of pictures to go off of. But it looks even nicer than the last one, to be honest. So that one's over 235 2 weeks ago. Call ours what? 225, 215. That one sold 260 with a pool. This one sold 235, 3.2, an extra 100 square feet. So call ours 225. I think ARV safely is 225 and this one's not a brand new flip either. These like decent homes are going for 225. Rent ready condition. Nothing crazy about them. Actually, this one's pretty nice. So call it 225 ARV. Call MAO. Like 170. less repairs. Average repair is going to be like, for this size place, about 30 to 40. And now I got to be conservative and call it 40 again, and that's average, and me not knowing if the place needs a new roof or anything like that. So I really just only have the street view to go off of. It looks pretty decent, street view. There's like, no tarps on this roof or anything like that, so it looks to be decent. But like, I don't know if it has like central AC. I see a trash can on the side, but I don't see okay, yeah, I see AC unit on the side there. All right. So I can probably go, yeah, like what, 130 on this one as is. I would imagine that's probably what is going to be the case for a lot of these. I just don't know. I don't know where the other properties are, because now PropStream doesn't not working right now. So I'm gonna try to get creative and pull him up in the county records. Okay. By owner name. Boom, got him. All right. Now I just gotta make sure I'm looking at his properties. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. There's just a lot. I mean, I wish that I could. I really wish the prop stream was working right now. I'm trying to pull prop stream up on my phone. I've never tried. Okay, here it goes. All right, I'm gonna write all these down just in case it acts up again. A lot of properties here. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 properties. Right now, I've comped one. I'm gonna comp it again real quick on PropStream just to see if it gives me anything different. But I'm thinking I can offer something around 130 for that one. Um, and then I can start playing around with like how much, because right there, that's I think me considering like a $15,000 assignment fee. But if I'm gonna be taking, I mean, shoot, I think that I probably should take into consideration, the fact that I should get paid on each property, but it's something that I can play with because I'll be working with pretty big margins with this many properties involved. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna take a 15K assignment fee on all of them. So again, let me take a quick look at this property again. So much activity in this area. In a quarter mile that meets my parameters within the last 6 months, there's 8 properties literally on our same street. So 225 was the highest sold. Almost all these are rentals. 225 is the highest sold. That's probably the one I was looking at, maybe not, but 100 extra square feet. Colors 215. A little bigger lot, 1 year newer, nothing crazy. So that one sold back in July. Ours should probably go for 220, 225 is what I have ARV at. So this one sold for 205 back in July. Ours has 200 extra square feet, so call ours 225. Um, you may even be able to push our value up towards of 230. So PropStream has estimated value of 237. I'll leave it at 225, but I'll make a note possibly 230 to 235. So I may be able to come up, another 10, 15,000 on that one. Now let's take a look at the next one. So these are kind of in different cities too, which is a little. I was hoping that a lot of them were going to be right next to each other. I guess they are. That's the first one was the only one that wasn't. So maybe I can get lucky and just like be able to assess the same values to these similar properties. So this one's a 3-1, 1,500 square feet, built in 1975, on 1960 to 1980. Residential, single family. So not as much activity in this area at all. Try pulling it back another 6 months. I find that hard to believe. Well, this one's estimated at 160. I just find that so hard to believe. Okay, there's one that sold like a little over a half mile away. Has an extra bath. It sold for 172 in May. So ours may sell for 160, call it. Ours is a little bit bigger lot. 3 years older. I think you call ours 160. Estimated value here is 159. I'm kind of just gonna spitball these to be honest, unless I can get some real solid comps like I did the first one. But there's so many properties involved here. I have like a little bit of room for margin of error. Okay, so I'm seeing this one on Street View. I also want to just make sure that I'm taking a peek at all these on street view so that I can tell if like the roof is, visually damaged, or if I can see that they do not have a AC unit or something. This one looks to be in good shape as well. No, I don't think I see an AC unit on this one. But again, that's something like that I want to just briefly discuss with him when I get on the phone. Do all of them have AC, central AC? Do all of them have tenants in place? Are all of them long-term or short-term tenants? Any, you know, off the top of your head, do any of them need any significant repairs, like the roof to be replaced or anything like that? That's kind of stuff I want to ask them. So this one, I'm just gonna call 160. I wanted to see what his estimate was, just to get a general idea. See if it's somewhere. If it's at like 145, I'd feel comfortable calling ARV 160. His estimate is 168. So I still think you call 160. Just there's no data um, that supports the way that I'm able to find. It's a rental market, what it seems like. Um, he bought this in '09 for 55,000. I'm gonna call 160. ARV on this one. I'll say possibly 170. But not strong data. 160. $112 minus. This one's 1,500, almost exactly square feet. It says 4 bedrooms on Zillow. See, like that's the type of stuff, It says 4 bedrooms on Zillow, but 3 on PropStream. I don't know. And how many does it say on Redfin? 3 on Redfin. Call it 3. This one doesn't have a garage. I'd like to see if this one did have a garage. It's also so far, I wouldn't even necessarily consider this a comp, but just for the sake of getting a price to this guy. No garage on this one either, though, it doesn't look like. Yeah. I do, though. So yeah, call 160. What did I say? 112 less repairs on a 1,500. Call it like 30,000 that it needs in repairs on average. I'm just gonna take average again for all this. Maybe average like +5, +10. Um, Going like 40 off that. So like, um, I'll go like +5 on the lower end, like smaller homes, and then anything over 1,500, I'll go like +10 above the average. So for this one, I'll do like 35 in repairs. All MAO like 77, 78. You know, um, what I said, 35. All right, next. So right now, so far, I'm at a purchase price of about 197, or about 200,000 for the 2 homes so far. Next one. Prop stream slowing down a little bit. There it goes. All right, I'm gonna comp this on prop stream real quick. All right, a lot of activity in this area too. 6 properties, 5 of them right around the block. Boom, I like this. Okay. Looks like some went as is as well that we can use for reference, or at least one of them. So the closest one right around the block sold. It's also a 2-1. Pretty much same square feet, pretty much same lot size, pretty much same year built. That one sold for 170. So I think, without even looking at the other ones, I'm pretty sure that's ARV. That's a really strong comp. A couple weeks before that, one sold for 180, but it had an extra bed and bath. So, call it like 150 to 160 on that. It has an extra 200 square feet. Call it like 130. And then pretty much same year built, same lot. That's a really big difference. I guess it's like no big deal in this market. The discrepancy in literally 3 weeks later, a property sold for about the same value but it had one less bed, one less bath, 200 less square feet. So I'd still stick with 170 right now because the more recently sold comp supports that. Back in July, end of July, one sold for 185, 2-1, 100 less, 150 less square feet. So ours could probably go for over that, maybe like 195. They have a smaller lot, but theirs is 9 years newer. So, 175. Call ours like 185, I think. Yeah. 185. And then this other one sold for 170, extra bedroom. Call ours 160. It has like 30 extra square feet. I'm not going to do anything with that. Ours has an extra 2,400 square feet on the lot, and theirs is 3 years newer. 170, 160, and call ours probably like 170, 175, maybe 170. Estimated value on prop stream is 157. The Zestimate is what? 158. On Redfin, it's 158. So all the estimates are at 158. I think ARV is a little higher than that, but that's kind of good to see. I like when they're all consistent like that. So let me take a look at the street view now. This one looks to be in a little bit worse condition, to be honest, than the others. Still nothing horrible. I can see this has AC. This one sits on like blocks, smaller place compared to the others. Oh no. There we go. Overall, still pretty nice though. Has a bunch of branches and stuff on the roof from the tree, but it doesn't look to be damaged. Yeah, nothing crazy here. It's pretty clear that he like keeps up with the properties. So I would call ARV on that one, maybe 175 to play it safe. I had two that kind of supported the 170, but then I had one that pushed it to 185. Um, so just taking the average of those, it's 175. I call ARV on that one, 175. And my MAO being 125 less repairs. Minus an average repair of 35. I said that I'm going to do for the lower ones. Call this one like 90. So we're pretty much averaging like 100,000 each property. Yo, let's get it. What's going on, bro? So that one's good. I want to leave these all pulled up too as I go through these. All right. Next one. All right. Leave that where it's at. Built in 82. I'll go minimum 70, maximum 90. Lot of activity in this area. Yeesh. 72 properties that meets my criteria there. So let me pull it in a quarter mile, which gives me 25, and then I'm going to bring it up 6 months, which gives me 12. That's more like it. All of these are essentially in my subdivision. A lot of activity in this market. Let's see. This one sold back in September. Okay, this one's the most recent. It looks like November 18th, a couple weeks ago. This one sold for 215. Same beds, baths. 150 square feet bigger. So call ours just 200. A little bit bigger lot, 1 year older. I'll let those offset. I call ours 200 based off that one. Both these sold for 210 in August, mid-August and early September. Same beds, bath, both of them. This one has 200 less square feet, so ours may go for 230. Lots is similar, year build similar for both of them. So with this one, I think I'd call ours 230, but with this one, it's about the same. And that one's at 210, but it was a month older. So I think 220 is probably a good ARV on this. Prop stream's estimated value is 217. So I think you call ARV 220 minus average repair of 35. Let's pull this up on Redfin, see what it's looking like over there. And I also want to see what the Zestimate is as well. Redfin's estimated value was 197. I said 220. Zestimates is, what is it? Is 208. So I also kind of like that. Looks pretty nice, same as all the others. Very decent condition. Nothing spectacular, but also not a dump by any means. Who do you use to send SMS? I use REI Reply. This one seems to be in good condition. Just trying to peek to see if I can see the AC unit on all these. I can't see any on this one, but the way that it looks, I'd imagine that it probably is has some central AC in there. So on this one, pretty much going to be offering the same as I did the first property. $162. I'll say 160. Yeah. 165 less repairs. Repairs of 35. I'm gonna be 130 on this. That doesn't make sense though, because on this one I was at, oh, that was a bigger property. I had to average repair a little bit more. Yeah, so I'll call this one 130. All right. Next. Residential, single family, 1157 square feet. I'll call minimum 900, maximum 1400. You're built 1965. I'll have the minimum 1955, maximum 1975. That gives me 3 properties that sold within the last year. Only one of them on our side of this weird. Oh, I'm familiar with this. Yeah, this is pretty much the only good thing it sold too. So that one sold April 150 with an extra bedroom. Call ours 140, pretty much same exact square feet. Bigger lot, not too much, and ours is 3 years newer, so I'll let that offset. So this one sold 150 back in April. Call ours 140 with the one less bed, but then you got to account for all the appreciation in the market since then. So it's been almost 8 months since then. But still, I guess you can just call it 150 to play it safe. Let me try to pull it back another year, or at least another 6 months, to see if I get anything else that's sold in this little area. The problem is it's in a really little small subdivision, so I don't want to cross. Okay, here's another one that sold back in February of 2020 for 70,000. Ours is about 200 square feet bigger. Call it 90,000. Ours is 1,500 square feet bigger on the lot. That one might have gone as is too. Let me pull this one up, the only comp that we have in Redfin, to make sure that it um, wasn't as is or anything like that. I want to make sure that it was an actual flip. Wait, that's not. Oh yeah. Huh. So it doesn't have pictures. It makes it difficult. I don't know if this is the right property though. Four different property. Okay, this one keeps popping up, but it's not showing me anything. Let me try searching it on Zillow. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this gives me some pictures. The estimate of this one's 168 when it sold for 150, I think is what I said. Yeah, it sold for 150 back in April. Now this estimate's 168. I still don't see pictures, but I'd imagine that it's a flip because the pictures that I do see, it was listed at 142 as well, so it got way over asking. Let me look at HAR. Yeah, here we go. Definitely a flip. Brand new. At least it is on the outside. Yeah, brand new. So this one's a flip. Good comp. What did I say? So that one sold for 150 back in April. Let's just call ours. But that had an extra bed. Ours we're gonna go for 140. Let's just call ours 150. Estimated value on prop streams 134, 135 ish. Let me see what his estimate is. His estimate's 152. And then on Redfin, it shows as what? Redfin, it shows as 128. So I think you call it 150. So I'd be at 103 less repairs. For 1,100 square foot place, call repairs 35. So my MAO would be like 68K. And for the last, I wanted to take a look at the street view on this one real quick. This one seems to be like all the others. Fairly decent from the outside. Can't see any physical, like none of these, I guess I would be adding to my driving for dollars list. Let's just put it that way. They're all in, pretty decent shape. I can even take a peek in the backyard in this one. I see the AC unit, so that one's good. And the last one, so right now, for total for these 5 properties, I would probably offer him right now about 485 max, and that would be giving me a 15, 30, 25, $60,000 assignment fee. So, I may again be able to mess with that, and if I really, I could kick it up 15,000 and take a $45,000 assignment fee and just give them a flat $100,000 for each of those properties there. Um, and then let's see what about this last one. They're all pretty much averaging about 100,000. These are the MAOs that I have for each of them so far: 120, 77, 90, 130, 68. The ones that are lower are just those are smaller properties and with a little bit less potential, and the bigger properties more potential, higher offer price. So let's see this last one. Residential, single family. This is in the same area as the other one, so I might just use the other property as a comp. 73, 1960, 1980. I have 2 comps here. Oh, this is not in the same area as the other one. 2 comps here. One that sold most recently June 25th for 130. That one has one less bath. Call ours 140, maybe 145, with an extra 250 square feet. So call ours 165. Theirs has an extra 1,000 on the lot, but ours is 3 years newer, so I'll let those offset. So I'll call it 165 for now. And the one that sold a month before that sold for 172, same beds, baths. Theirs is almost 100 square feet bigger, so call 162. Ours has 550 extra square feet on the lot and is 5 years older. So again, I'll let those offset and call ours 162. And right, so 165 I think is fair to call it, but those sold 6 months ago, which is why the prop stream estimated value is at 178. It's just hard to really speculate like that, if there's no demand in the area and nothing has really sold like that. I'll consider some appreciation, but I don't think I feel comfortable bringing it all the way up to like 180. I think something like 170 is a little bit more appropriate. Call it 170 ARV. Let me see what this estimate and Redfin is telling us. His estimate is 158. So that kind of supports my keeping the ARV low and not considering the appreciation. Redfin is 111. Interesting. I think that's totally off just based on these 2 comps that I'm looking at. So I'm not even going to really consider that. But yeah, that's crazy. Let me take a look at the street view on this last one. This one, if any, seems to be in the worst condition. But again, probably not even one that I would add to my driving for dollars list. Nice brick house. Just has like some stuff in the yard. It looks like some kids probably live there. See the AC unit on the side. Nothing crazy. So I think you call ARV 170 on that. Maybe even 165 to be honest. But I think calling that 170 is cool. call it 122 less repairs. Um, this place is 1,400 square feet, so I'll call repairs 35. So I'd be looking at like E7K. MAO. So total MAO for all 6 properties would be 87 plus 68 plus 130 plus 90 plus 77 plus 120. We get 572. MAO. That gives me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? It gives me a $90,000 assignment fee though. So not to say I don't deserve that, but I can definitely come up on my offer price, even if I wanted to go upwards of 600. Right? I would still be looking at a $62,000 assignment fee. So I want to feel him out, see what he's expecting really. Let him know what I kind of did, took a look at the area. I'm really assuming just like an average repair job on all of them. Since they are lived in and doesn't sound like any significant renovation has been done to make them, up, 2022 standards, and let them know that that's really what we would be looking to do is to relist them on market to a retail buyer. So that's kind of what the market expects nowadays. That's what, the demand is for, is those, all white kitchens, brand new, everything. So that's probably where I would be. I want to make a quick list of stuff that I want to talk with him about, tenants, um, you know, uh, lease status of all of them, um, being, long term versus short term. Um, Occupancy of all are all rented out. Let him know that we would ideally like to take them over vacant, and ask if, that would be an issue. Um, and what else? Occupancy status. Whether or not he thinks that he'd be able to deliver them vacant if we were able to come to an agreement. Um, because then if not, then I have to take even more into consideration, and probably take a little bit more off the top, just for the cost associated with holding the tenant in place until the end of their lease or whatever it is. It's just more money that's being tied up. Um, and what else? I think that's it really. I want to figure out, just like, again, kind of touch base on the condition. I want to mention that, again, kind of he had said that none of them, it doesn't sound like a huge renovation project has been done to any of these, because they're just kind of rent ready properties that are all leased out. So um, I want to just make sure that there's no deferred maintenance. You know, I get that they're not brand new, but are any of them in need of some serious repairs or renovations? I want to ask about, what his expectations of price are. I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out a good way to transition into that. You know, doesn't sound like timeline's an issue for him. Um, no real motivation. But I want to dig into that a little bit. Like, kind of like, wow, you're looking to offload all 6 of these, huh? Like, how long you been thinking about doing that? And then price, what is he expecting? What are you hoping to get out of these? Of these and walk away with? I want to mention first, mention cash offer and, you know, ask about liens. Let me give him a call right now. Again, I'm going to be around, I'll just call it, I want to start probably around 575, a little bit less than 100,000 per property, see what he says, and maybe try to work him upwards to $600,000 per property, or sorry, $100,000 per property, which puts us right at about 600,000, which would give me a little bit over a $60,000 assignment fee. So, let me give him a ring. Right, let me just go through my script. I want to make sure that I cover everything with this guy. Okay, yeah, I wanted to see like, like all have central AC. Any flooding to any? I don't think he would experience any out this way, but just to ask. Yeah. All right, let me give this guy a call. I don't know why it's doing what it was doing. 1 second.
Hello, you've reached Jimmy Eccles. I can't come to my phone right now, but if you would, leave me a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thanks. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Jimmy, this is Derek. I wanted to give you a call back. We had spoke a few hours ago about your place over on Town Brook Lane. I got home and I was able to take a look at what I think are the other properties that you own over there that you're looking to offload. I just want to reconnect. I want to be sure that I am in fact looking at the correct properties, and just learn a little bit more about the situation for each property there. I know that it sounds like you may not be intimately familiar with the current condition of all of them, which is completely fine. But I just need to know kind of the occupancy status of all of them. Whether or not your tenants are on a long-term, short-term lease, stuff of that nature. So if you could please give me a call back at your earliest convenience, it'd be much appreciated. And again, if these properties are the correct ones that I'm looking at, it's definitely something that we're interested in here. So my direct line here is 832-324-56. All right, I'm gonna save this guy's number. If you're just hopping in here, this was a lead that I just generated through text. He had texted me while I was out on my way home. Um, Let me read the text conversations to you. Hey, Jimmy, have you given any thought to parting ways with your address? Can we talk about it? Dropped him a ring on his voicemail. That was yesterday. Followed up today saying, hey, Jimmy, I reached out yesterday about your address. Are you free to talk today? And he said, I'm free in 5 minutes. I gave him a call in 5 minutes. He says, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself, how the process would work. I told him, me and my partner have some cash on hand. We're looking to buy one more property before the end of the year. Again, we're able to pay cash. He's looking to offload six. I said, we're looking to pay cash. We can close quickly if that's something that you're interested in, and we're willing to buy the places in as is condition. So, if there's any repairs that are needed to the place, we wouldn't ask that you do those repairs. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'd love to learn about the property. And he says, well, you know, I'll tell you, I got six rental properties in and around this area. So if I'm going to sell the one that you're calling me about, I want to sell all of them. So I said, okay. And I kind of shot, well, I was really proud of the way that I recovered because I kind of shot myself in the foot by saying that we were only looking to buy one more property before the end of the year. So I quickly responded by saying, okay, well, what we can do is me and my partner, we can close with the cash that we have on hand with, on one of the properties. And it wouldn't be an issue to raise the capital to be able to buy the others. So it's definitely something that we're interested in. And he said, okay, why don't you, um, so I was like, I would just need to learn a little bit about the condition of the places in order to assess, what type of ballpark I would be in terms of the price or in terms of my offer. He again, it's like six properties, so we weren't going to sit there and have him tell me, this roof on this property is 10 years old, the roof on this property is 12 years old. Like, so he said they're all in generally good rent ready condition. They're all rented out. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, but I want to confirm that. Um, they're all in rent ready condition. None of them are like brand new, but none of them are pieces of crap. He said, so just take a look at like Google Street View. You could be able to get a general understanding of like the condition of them. So that's what I just did now. I found, and he was like, just search me up however you found me just now. Look me up the same way, and you'll be able to see that I have a number of properties. So I pulled him up on PropStream. I see that he actually owns 8 properties. One of them is owner occupied, his property. So I'm imagining he's not wanting to sell that one. And another one is like a piece of commercial property that's actually um, like it's the person on title is his name, but it's like a DBA, a doing business as. So I think it's probably like his shop or something like that, like some type of commercial shop. And I'm imagining he's not selling that either. So I took a look at the other 6 properties, went through, took a look at all of them on Google Street View. All of them are really good condition. Again, not brand new properties, but I made a note a few times in looking at them that they're just properties that I would not put on my driving for dollars list. They're in that good a condition. Um, and I kind of quickly comped them all on PropStream, on Redfin for one of them. Came to just a general uh, kind of understanding of how I was going to price these out. I took $15,000 assignment fee for each property, and if it was under 1,500 square feet, I took $35,000 into account for a renovation, and if it was over 1,500 square feet, I took $50,000 into account. Priced them all out, came up with an MAO, max allowable offer for all of them, which comes out to a total of 572,000 max allowable for all 6 properties, which leaves me with a $90,000 assignment fee. So I definitely have some room to work with. I will probably come in a little bit lower than 572, maybe just like 570, because honestly, I have so much room to work with on my assignment fee. But maybe lower. Maybe I'll come in at like 550, to be honest, just to see what he says. Um, and then if he's like, no, I'm hoping that he says something along the lines of, I'd like at least 100,000 for each property. So, okay, if I can come up closer to 600,000, would you be willing to do that? Hopefully come to an agreement somewhere around, 600,000, which is an average of 100,000 per property, which would leave me an assignment fee of a little over 60,000. So that's what I'm hoping for this one. Pretty good conversation, or starting pretty good relationship that's started here. Definitely look forward to how this one's going to turn out. Wish you would have answered just now, but um, I've at least shown my intent. I'm going to shoot him a quick text on my Google Voice number so that he knows this is my direct line and that we can communicate at this number moving forward. I'll say, hey Jimmy, I was able to take a look at what I believe were the 6 properties that you were referring to. Let me know what time is best to reconnect with you. Let me know what time is best to reconnect with you tomorrow. So we can discuss details. I'm just gonna ask him actually. What time is best tomorrow? What's the best time tomorrow? What's the best time tomorrow for us to reconnect and discuss details? I know I'm gonna shoot him a quick double text saying, um, "This is Derek. Um, this is Derek, or this is my direct line. Um, Again, my name is Derek, and this is my direct line. Feel free to save this number." Hopefully he texts back and we get some type of conversation scheduled for tomorrow. What is this? This is some spam stuff, huh? Angel, when they drop this in here. It's good. I just took a break from calling. What's up, Otis? Thanks for hopping in here and joining us on your break. Nice recovery. I should use that line. What line? Something that I just texted or dropped in the voicemail. Angel Grant. Olivia came in here and said the same thing. I think it's some spam stuff, but hey, I'll take it. Anyways, just wanted to hop on real quick while I did that. I know it wasn't much, but this is a good conversation here, and I'm gonna get ready to head out for the night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with some either good news or a call scheduled with this gentleman so that we can reconnect with him. And then I'll be hitting the dialer tomorrow as well. So appreciate everybody who hopped in here today. Till next one. Peace.